Welcome back, everyone, to this edition of Try Hard Gaming with me, Roll Cage TV, and it's also Try Hard Racing, by the way. It's all gaming. Even racing is gaming. I don't play racing competitively. I play it to have fun, so that's gaming, right? Try Hard Gaming with me, Roll Cage TV, where I do the best I can with what I've got, which is not a lot of talent, but a whole lot of almost halfway through the season. Let's see if we can get halfway through the season. It all depends on how long the races are. There's usually every season there's at least one long race that takes too long for me to do as just a segment of a stream. But let's see. This is a short qualifier, so even if it's a longer race, I'll be able to get it in on this stream. Be halfway done. This is episode 5.3 on YouTube. It's the 5th and final season of the Super Sport. Next will come Super Bike 2022. I will not be doing a whole 8 seasons or 10 seasons of Super Sport, or any seasons, in fact, of Super Sport 23 and Super Bike 23. I'm not expecting to do 5 seasons of Super Bike either. I'll probably only do maybe 3 episodes. Super Sport is difficult enough for me. Super Bike will probably be even more difficult. I am skipping the free practice, but I'm going to try to remember to look at the leaderboard after I do my qualifier to see how far away I am. Hold on a second. Alright. Okay, I forgot to, between the hour, I unplug and replug in my headset. That seems to help suppress the audio clicking issues that are a problem in this game, and this game only. Alright, has everybody gone ahead of me yet? Nobody's gone ahead of me. Now, I'm in the qualifier, and they should start... I should start seeing some purple arrows. I did start the session, right? No, I didn't. Now, go to the track map. I will see some purple arrows. I let the pack go ahead of me, because otherwise they have a tendency to end me if they're faster than me, and they're always faster than me. So yes, Super Bike will be Super Sport will be coming to an end soon. Super Bike will be continuing on. The series will be continuing on for a little while yet. When the series is over, I will find another racing game to play on Saturday streams and release on YouTube on the weekends, Saturday and Sunday. Twitch.tv/RollCageTV. I hate the underbar, but somebody got the no underbar before me and is not answering their whispers. They're going to be out at least 4 figures, including the decimal point, including the cents. Decimal point and cents are figures, and the dollar sign is also a figure. So you could say 4 figures could be just 99 cents. Decimal point, dollar sign, decimal point, 99. But no. It's like that. I will pay a significant amount of money if you know the person that has twitch.tv/RollCageTV without the underbar, and if that person is still alive, should I say? I would be willing to pay to get that get them to change their ID so I can have the one without the underbar. Actually, it's okay having the underbar. It's just confusing, and everywhere else it's no underbar. one thing that makes it okay to have the underbar is when I visit channels that have text-to-speech on, if it didn't have the underbar, they would try to pronounce it, which means it would be like Rolgata the. Now at least they say Rollcage TV, which is kind of cool. Rollcage. Most people that have TTS, they can change the pronunciation, I think, for specific users. It's probably a pain to do that, though. I mean, I'm still Volcage. Everywhere I go, where the TTS reads out my chats, it's Volcage TV. TV are my initials, by the way. And the guy that has Roll Cage TV without the underbar, I doubt if TV is even his initials. It's probably trying to be. He played a game called Roll Cage, an old game. He hasn't signed on for like 5 years, and Twitch is supposed to call. At one time they called old user IDs. I think he was monetized, so maybe they're never going to call him. I don't know. But at any rate, if I'm his only follower, I should stop following. I don't think I'm his only follower, though. Maybe then they would call it. But it would make me harder to monitor if he ever loses that ID. They used to close channels, and it still says in their help they would close channels that were inactive for some period of time. Every year they would close channels that were inactive for more than a year, but I don't think they're doing that now. Either that or the guy just never checks his whispers, which would be odd. Not checking a whisper for 3 years. But yes, TV are my initials, my real life IRL initials. As I like to say, it stands for titanium vanadium because I am strong and dangerous. Which is no longer true, and believe it or not, those aren't what my initials actually stand for. I am pulling your leg. Does anybody even know what that means anymore? Pulling your chain, yanking your chain. That's an old-timey term. Just yanking your chain. I don't mean it. It's yanking your chain. Whatever that used to mean, it sounds much worse than pulling your leg. Wait, there was still someone behind me? They must have wrecked, right? Oh no! Now see, that's an occasion when the bike would cross the finish line before me. I still don't know if you cross the finish line off of your bike, whether it, Oh, I forgot to ask my roommate again. What's the name of the guy that starred in Philadelphia Story? Very famous actor. I'm not going to say all the movies he starred in because that would give away the joke of my clip on Twitch. I don't know. Very serious, very popular A-list, S-list actor. I don't remember his name. Okay, I was gonna look at the live session. Yes. Well, I am still much farther behind than anyone else. 5 seconds compared to a minute 13. That's not really good. Why is it not even showing me an average speed? Wait a minute. If my average speed is so low, they're not even going to tell me? I mean, I did do at least one lap. Do I have to do a second lap to get an average? I'm checking the list to see if any of them... They all have... Well, see, the average speeds are live. And the max speeds... See, I told you that they don't... Now I gotta look and see if anyone's average speed... Because it looks like it's a rolling average. Well, I guess if they start off at 0, the average speed would never get close to their max speed, but... I don't believe the max speed. I mean, the fastest I can go on this bike is about 165 miles an hour. I mean, and one person's max speed is 167, and I can catch them, or 168, I can catch them on a straightaway, and I can't get above 168. So, I don't believe anything that the AI, it's supposed to be the easy level AI. I'm ending the session. If I hit the right button, I would end the session. Ugh. What? 102 miles an hour? These are super sport bikes. You cannot get any of the super sport bikes up to 182 miles an hour. I really am pretty sure that can't be done. And the guy right ahead of me, okay, is anybody else on the Honda? No, now some of these Triumphs could probably go faster. But this is the fastest Honda super bike, and I think it does beat these, the Yamahas in top speed, or maybe the Kawasaki's. It beats at least one of these 3 bikes in top speed. And their top speeds are 180 miles an hour, all of them, right around there. Oh well. Okay, I will take my 5 reward points. Hold on a second. Okay, I am back. Sorry about the click when I turned my mic off and back on, but the kill switch on my chat pad, I have a kill switch on my chat pad to turn off the mic, and it doesn't work right. It never comes back on. Which is not good. It's better to hear the click than to just sit there for the rest of the stream not hearing my voice. I have to like restart the whole stream. Ah, bugs. Okay, what's next? It is just a point to point. So let's go ahead and do that. Maybe I'll be lucky and I'll get to finish up this entire season. This stream, I'll probably not, but at least get to 6 out of 8. That's possible. That's achievable. See, look, I can auto-accelerate them. I mean, a bunch of them. Okay, then they slowed down because I didn't notice that I was coming up to a turn. I won't be close enough to them to actually see if on a long straightaway. But I've in the past, I've caught this AI on long straightaways. If the straightaway was early enough in the race, that is. So I know their top speed can't be more than my top speed. But hopefully this lap does have a long straightaway when I can really gun it and we'll see what my top speed is. And I'm pretty sure it's not 182 miles an hour or near 180 miles, near 100 miles an hour. I really should stop falling off the bike. It really hurts my times when I fall off the bike. Okay, is this a long enough straightaway? No, it's not. And there weren't, I don't think there were long enough straightaways in the last qualifying, the qualifier, that they could get up to the top speed of the bike. Anyway. Yes, I know that they do cheat. Man, it's dark. Yeah, watching on YouTube, I've watched back some YouTube episodes, and YouTube seems to darken the video. I turned the brightness up a little bit so that it's tolerable, but it's still dark. If I turn it up more, it ends up really being bleached out on the lighter sections. But yeah, in SnowRunner, I'm going to have to adjust the brightness of that. My SnowRunner streams, I've been watching that back. It's a new series, watching it back for quality control. And, okay, here's a pretty long straightaway. What am I getting up to? 158. Can I hit top speed? 165, 167, 166. Yeah, that's the fastest I can go. It was like 166. I think I pegged it in top gear. So 187 is not top speed, and I've got this completely upgraded now. So that is my top speed on this bike. It wouldn't be much higher than that, because I think it was pretty much pegged. Yes, I'm using the race to experiment because I have no chance of winning anyway. I could do the one challenge that I know has a long straightaway. Depending on how long the next qualifier / race is, I might do that. Actually see how fast I can go on this bike, and then you'll know. Actually, if I set up a custom race too, I can pick a different bike, and you'll see it shows what the max speed is for the different bikes. And I know the Triumph is pretty quick in their max speed, but not 182, I don't think. But yes, I know that the AI cheats on the qualifier, because on the easy level AI, you need a 20-minute lap or less. Under 20 minutes you need for, well, I mean, I suppose if it's exactly 20 minutes to the 100th of a second. But you need a 20-minute lap to qualify for the final race. And if you watch, I've gone deep into the qualifier, deep enough, you only have an hour to qualify, and I've gone deep enough into the qualifier that nobody would finish their last lap within that hour. And you look at their average times, see, there's no real long straights. My max speed now is 169, and they don't cheat in the actual race, but in the qualifier, I know they cheat, quote unquote. They give them faster times than they actually would have achieved, which is why it's like 8 to 10 times the gap of the 9th place person in the qualifier, but only 3-4 times in the actual race. But anyway, yes, I know, because only one person would qualify for the final race if you looked at their lap times going into the last few seconds of the qualifier for the final race. And yet somehow they end up getting at least 10 people to qualify, because I don't. Okay, this is a full circuit. How many laps is it? Wait, this is the actual race, right? This is qualifier. Oh, this is the qualifying event. Okay. So I only have to do one lap. So that will be fairly quick. I mean, it might be 15 minutes. Quick enough to get through it in this ring. Free practice, we skip that. Once the event loads. I am playing this off of an external drive, so it's not just the fact that I have a older Xbox One X. It's the top level Xbox One, but it is an Xbox One. But it takes longer to load because I'm playing off of an external drive. And it's not an SSD drive, it's I don't know, whatever kind of drive it is. I am going to get a new drive when I get the new console. Continue. And start the event. And I'm not even going to go to the track map. I'm just going to go to the track. And I'll be in first place until they run me down. I'm trying to go top speed right off the gate. I'll do that. I'll go at least to set up the next one, even if I don't actually have time to do it. I will go to set up a custom race, then I can choose the bike and it'll tell me what the top speeds are of the different bikes. And I don't think they're 182, but it would be embarrassing if they didn't have anyone qualified for the final race. They only have one or two people qualified for the final race. But at the lowest AI, I can beat the lowest AI. Well, I can't beat the lowest AI, but I'm the lowest AI would not qualify in 20 minutes if they were left to their own. Which is one of my pet peeves about this game, that they don't adjust the overall difficulty, they just adjust the AI difficulty. I mean, you can adjust the difficulty of the physics model, you can adjust the difficulty of your electronics, you know, I have them turned up. You can turn on anti-wheelie and all kinds of other things to make the game easier, but no matter what you do to make the game easier, and it's an incredibly difficult game, you still have to, the same target time is the same no matter what level of difficulty you're playing on. So if you're playing against the lowest AI, and the lowest AI can't even do a lap in 20 minutes, you still have to do a lap in 20 minutes. That really should be adjusted so that a difficulty level includes the timing events. So there's only like 2 possible of the special events I could ever qualify for, because most of them are timed. There's only a couple where the goal is to like not fall off the bike. One I've done, the other I haven't done. And that one I haven't done because it takes too long. It's a very long race. But everyone else is, you know, you have to finish a lap within so many minutes to have completed this event. Ah, that time somebody hit me. Showed me what place I am when I'm not in the actual race. There is still at least one person behind me. As they just fell off, I saw their arrow fade in the distance. There's a way to look back. What is it? Is that it? No. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Dangerous to look back. In the middle of a race. No one behind me. No one immediately behind me. Oh, wait. Now there's someone showing someone behind me. A couple people. They already passed me, so they're not behind me anymore. Oh, there's still someone. There's someone coming up behind me again. I kind of just ran. I knew I was going to run into him. I just kind of let it happen. So yeah, it's a pet peeve I have with this game and also with Ride. It's the same thing. I cannot even start a season in Ride 4 because they changed it so that it's like single threaded. To play in the next race, you have to meet your goal of one race. The first race, you have to get at least 1 star in the first race to even play in the second race. And the first race or event, the first event, where Ride 3, you just had to collect a certain number of stars over. You could choose your events that you played in. You only had to collect a certain number of stars, which I could play playing against the easiest, which I could do playing against the easiest AI, because I could build up stars playing in events that were head-to-head. But the timing events don't change depending on what what the difficulty level is set to. And that's not fair to people that are either can go faster or people that can't go that fast, right? I mean, it's not a challenge to qualify in 20 minutes if you play against the hardest AI and can easily qualify in 20 minutes without any kind of, then it's just a formality. If you can do a lap in 15 minutes at will, which might be a little fast, but if you can do I think in this game you can do a lap. People have posted times for 12 minutes or something in this game, doing a lap around the full course. The record in the actual race is like 16 and a half minutes, but in the video game it's going to be less because you can go all flat out. You don't have to worry about actually killing yourself like you do in a real race. But yeah, people. There are people that play the game that regularly beat the highest level AI that, I don't think they have I don't know. They have like 100 different, or you can set the difficulty level, I think, from 30 to 100 in individual increments. So there's 71 difficulty levels. See fence post paradox. Whatever. I was talking about this earlier in the stream, a couple episodes ago, YouTube episodes ago. Anyway, but I don't know how far away those are. I could play against the highest AI in a custom race and see what their qualifier times are like after 2 laps. I know one thing about the game is they have very, very small rubber banding. Whereas in the last game, Island Man 2, they were always spread out enough. There was always a trailing pack of 3 or 4 that I could beat even easily. But in this game, they're pretty tightly packed, which in a racing game is called rubber banding, how tight the rubber band is of first place and last place. In an hour-long race, if the difference between first and last place is only a couple minutes, that's pretty tight rubber banding. Unrealistically so. Even in a 20-minute race or 45. I mean, the tourist trophy using these bikes is about a 2-hour race. But even a race that's only one time around the circuit is 20 minutes. And so in a 20-minute race, having a difference being only, less than a minute is pretty tight rubber banding. Ah! Oh, at least I'm doing better than I did a couple weeks ago, which would be 7 episodes back or something, where I had one race where I couldn't race an entire mile without falling off 3 times. I've kind of given up on this game as far as doing well and improving, so that's part of why I fall off so much, I think. I know I'm not going to get better, and even if I get marginally better through experience, I'm not going to get better enough to change my performance, comparative performance against the AI, so I've kind of given up. Which is why the series is not going to go 10 seasons as I originally planned. I'll be cutting it off short. I'm on the last season of the Super Sport. I have to try to remember, why are they both called Super? Last season's Super Sport class, I'll be doing no more than 3 seasons of the Super Bike class, where I was originally going to do 5 of those as well. I'm not yet sure, and I should start deciding, because it's going to be starting in the next stream, possibly, probably, how many I'm gonna do. Do I just I was doing 5 seasons, 1 for each upgrade level of the bike, which is 1 through 5. If I do less than 5 seasons, how many seasons am I going to do? Am I going to do 1, 3, and 5 upgrade levels, 3 seasons? Am I just going to do level 5? Am I going to do 3 and 5? I don't know, 4 and 5? I don't know how smooth the curve is between level 5 upgrades of the Super Sport and level 1 upgrade of the Super Bike. My impression is that the upgrade levels don't give you that much of a difference, so that even the lowest level, my assumption at the beginning was even the lowest level Super Bike would be faster than the highest upgrade level Super Sport. So it would be as smooth a transition as possible between the levels, level 5 Super Bike and level 1 Super Sport, but or level 5 Super Sport and level 1 Super Bike. With the way things are going, I'm leaning towards just doing 1 season. But my anticipation is I'll do 3 seasons. I'm doing the seasons a lot faster now than I was in the past, because I was spending time doing more or less weekly events, special events. Which those events, the last few times I've checked, are all long races, which I'm not willing to spend that much time. I'm not willing to anymore to spend 45 minutes doing a special event, taking up an entire YouTube episode when I want to try to get through this game, accelerate my way through the rest of this game. So don't give up, racing fans. I'm gonna change games soon. Something that I can do a little bit better. And don't give up, people, to play this game. It really is an incredibly difficult game. They overdid it, in my opinion, not just my opinion, the opinion of others. How many laps are there? Is this a race, or is this just... Oh, this is just qualifiers, so I can stop now. And again, if I look at the live session, 197 miles an hour. Get out of here. That's the maximum speed. Okay, the best lap is 10 minutes and 6 seconds. The guy ahead of me is 10 minutes and 44 seconds. Which, you don't start from a standing start. So, it's not like it's a outlap, hot lap thing. Okay, remember, 10:44, and then end session. And now it's under 10. Now, that's not a huge difference, but you look at the gap now. I mean, it's huge enough that 9th place is only 10 seconds behind 1st place. And now I'm 4 minutes behind 1st place. Give me my 5 reward points. I wonder if my roommate, she came into the kitchen, if she can hear me and answer my question. Who was the guy that starred in Apollo 13? And the guy I was talking about that one person said I sounded like? Tom Hanks, that's it. I remembered. So those of you who've been waiting for 2 episodes for me to remember, I now remembered. I didn't remember. My roommate remembered. There's a clip on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/RollCageUnderbarTV, where somebody said I sound like Tom Hanks, and then that was the setup line, and then the punch line came afterwards. I bumped my mic. Sorry about the click. Okay. Let's see if I can get this race in. I hope. Oh, it's a full circuit. Rainy, dusk. Oh, this is like, well, how many laps? 3 laps! I think this is like at least a 15-minute circuit. I don't have time, and I don't want to end the YouTube episode so fast. So let me set up a custom race. And I can test my theory. Oh, no, wait. I was going to do... oh, no, the challenges don't have other people in it. Oh, but the race won't tell me. Well, no, the race would tell me, because I get to set up... by the way, my roommate did hold her hand, her face in her hand, and I couldn't remember. Okay. Oh, sorry about that, clunk. This starts with a straight, but not a real long straight. Oh wait, is there a segment I can do? Let me see. Yes, confirm this course. And then wait, no. Is there not a way to customize just a... I'm sure there was a way of customizing just a single. Oh, here. Full circuit. Okay. Section 1. Section 2. Section 3. That looks like it starts with a long straightaway. So I will say 1 attempt. Then it'll be the same. And no qualifying, no practice. Time trial, weather clear, competitors 10. Let's turn the AI all the way down, which is what I play with. Starting method, interval. Starting grid position, I'll put myself. Am I going to have to wait if I say last? I'll say first so I can get going first. Oh, that's going to interfere with them. I'll say last. It's only 90 seconds. Tire wear, let's turn that to no. So there's other no exceptions. Okay, go to rider selection. Now, the rider determines your bike. Is there not? Somewhere there's a way. Oh, here. Max speed 193 miles per hour. That's a super bike. Supersport. Max speed 175. And you saw somebody had 192 mile an hour max speed in the Supersport during a qualifier. So obviously that's not the setup. Let's go through, and that's the Triumph. That's like the fastest one. So let's go through 179, 179, 175, 175. Nobody here is going to get 192 miles an hour in a Supersport bike. And that's 23. And let's do 22, which is no, Supersport 22. I'm not sure any if these are any slower. 179, 175, 179. 181, that's me. There are other people that have that bike though. But you see the Kawasaki's 179, the Triumph, that was the one that did a 192, I think. Yamaha 175. Nobody is going to get a 192 max speed. So during the qualifier, you'll see during the qualifier, you'll see. During the actual race, they don't cheat. But during the qualifier, you'll see that, ooh, they make up those numbers at the end. How do you ever qualify higher than... It's hard enough to win the race during an actual race when they don't cheat the qualifying times at the end of the qualifier. You know, when they actually have no more time left to they actually don't have enough time to oh, I should have set a mass start if I was actually going to do this. Go back. I can. In that case, no, I want to say last because you'll see I catch them. And if this starts with enough of a straightaway, which it may not, it's deceptive. Okay, and I've got Supersport 22. Counter coming. Supersport, right? 181 miles an hour, the fastest bike. Motorbike setup, I've got it with all the upgrades. Okay, and let's start. I started last, and you'll see I get off to the fast, you know, I won't get first place because enough of them are ahead of me, but I'll catch last place, definitely. Let's try not to jump the start. And look at this. Look at this. Oh, darn. Well, you can see that I can definitely beat them on a straightaway. If you take acceleration into account, but even, you know, top speed, I can beat them on a straightaway. And so in a qualifying event, I might should finish this out. In a qualifying event, they would not get the top speeds that they're listed as having gotten on these bikes. So they definitely cheat the qualifier again. So the point is, not only is the timing of the qualifier messed up, but you have to do a lap in such a time, the qualifier total is messed up. To get ninth place in the running order for the race, that is to qualify with the ninth best time, is harder, significantly harder, than to actually get ninth place in the race itself. Tom Hanks, yes. So that's kind of messed up. Is there a reason? Is there a game reason, a game design reason, just to make you feel better? Oh, I qualified fourth, but yet I won the race. I came from behind to win the race. I mean, maybe that's, you know, it makes for a more exciting race if they put you farther down in the field than you would actually finish. Unless you're like me and always are far down, are always last in the race itself as well. I did finish 8th place in a race once, I swear. I did. Probably was just like a long straightaway. It was before I started streaming though, so I don't have visual proof of it. So given up. I'm a broken man. You've broken me, game. You've broken me. You win. Like I've said before, I don't really care. I don't have an ego about my video game playing at all. I don't mind finishing last all the time, but I don't think it makes a really good YouTube or Twitch content, which is why I want to end the series early. I did have a couple of people commented the same thing, but one person commented just 2 words like, "You're bad," "You're terrible," or something on a YouTube comment. Like, yeah, I know. I think I replied with like a awful face or something. Or maybe I said, "You got that right, brother." I doubt if they read my reply. Maybe they got the message that, you know, Roll Cage TV favorited your comment. Anyway, liked your comment. Sorry about the inhale. I'm trying to stop doing that. Anyway, that's going to do it for me today, folks. If you're watching on Twitch or YouTube. If you're watching on Twitch, stick around for a minute. I'm going to raid somebody. If you are watching on YouTube, that's going to be it for this episode. Next episode will be out the next weekend at 6 p.m. U.S. Central Time. I stream this game at 12:30 p.m. U.S. Central Time on Saturdays. I stream other games, so don't get turned off. SnowRunner Sundays starting at 12:30 p.m. U.S. time, and that runs for like 5 hours. During the week, nights, Tuesday night and Thursday night, starting at 6:30 p.m. US Central Time for like 3 hours. So, yeah, that's my schedule. Twitch.tv/RollCage Underbar TV and YouTube.com/@RollCage TV. All right, folks, I am out of here. Twitch again, stick around for a raid. YouTube, see you in the next episode. Either way, I hope you have a great afternoon, great evening, great morning, great night. I still screwed up the order. And wherever it is, until I see you again, whenever it is, either. Always remember, please, wherever you are going, on the road or in life, be sure to enjoy the drive. All right, folks. See ya. Bye-bye.